Prince Harry has been told we all have to put up with this old boy, and him pointing out, no, none of you put up with what I put up with. None of you put up with what Meghan is being exposed to. You might read the odd snobbish article about Kate Middleton's mum having been an air hostess so that when they turned up at posh parties, her and her sister would be greeted with the hilarious patrician gag, doors to manual, the Middleton girls are here. That was the gag in their day. So if Prince Harry has been told by his brother or anybody else that we all put up with this, that's just not true, is it? But you can see how they might think it is. Prince Andrew, presumably, if he's still allowed into family gatherings, would point out that his family came in for all sorts of abuse. At which point Prince Harry would say, listen, uncle, I'm not tooling around the country on mysteriously funded business missions, and my wife is not being photographed sucking the toes of a Texan financial advisor in her holiday retreat. So it's not the same. The only person arguably, who has been exposed to similar levels of vitriol and abuse for Harry's wife is Harry's mum. Harry's dead mum. Harry's late mum. Harry's mum, who died while being pursued at high speed through a tunnel in Paris in a car driven by a drunk. That's the only person I can think of. And of course, even that doesn't hold water completely, because Diana, Princess of Wales, also got a very positive ride from the British media. She was also in many corners of the print media, even after her divorce from Prince Charles, regarded as a heroine, treated as England's Rose, as she quickly became known after her passing. So I can't think of anyone, actually. All she did was marry the fella. She's not trying to flog perfume, although good luck to her if she decides that might be an avenue she can go down now. All she did was fall in love. No, she didn't. She's a pushy. Why are you taking against her in a way that you never took against Kate Middleton? What is it about Meghan Markle that makes her so different from Kate Middleton? Is it the fact that she was successful in her own right you've got a problem with? No, James, how dare you? Is it the fact that she's a woman that you've got a problem with? No, James, how dare you? Is it the fact that she's mixed race that you've got? No, James, how dare? Is it the fact that she... Well, what? What's left? What's left? So if anybody in the palace turned to Prince Harry, and this is where I think Ella in Wilmslow's point about the Queen being a little bit bruised by this is probably pertinent, and it probably is a grounds for light criticism in the admitted absence of knowledge. I'd rather the Queen wasn't upset by it, but she would have been upset by it whether she'd had advance warning or not. But if people in the palace have been saying to Prince Harry, "Oh, come on, old boy, this is the price we pay for all the good stuff," he would turn around and say, nobody in this family pays the price that my wife is being asked to pay. And the only person who ever came close to paying that price is my dead mother. So do you know what? Bro? You can take your royal...
The media's twisted game turning saints into sinners and shielding the real monsters under royal influence. Let's cut the crap right from the start. The media isn't some noble truth seeker. It's a damn puppet on strings, especially when those strings are pulled by the high and mighty like the British royal family. These so-called journalists have the power to flip reality on its head, making the innocent look like villains straight out of a bad soap opera, while burying the guilty so deep you'd need a shovel and a prayer to find them. And who better to illustrate this sick farce than the royals themselves? Take Harry and Meghan, a couple who dared to step out of the gilded cage and live life on their own terms, no harm done to anyone. The media, egged on by the palace whispers, has turned them into public enemy number one. Meanwhile, Prince Andrew, their little pedophilia man they desperately try to hide, gets a free pass, his scandals swept under the rug like yesterday's trash. It's not just unfair, it's downright disgusting, a blatant display of how power corrupts and protects its own filth. First, let's talk about Harry and Meghan. These two didn't kill anyone, didn't steal, didn't even spit on the sidewalk. All they did was say screw this to the endless royal charade, pack up, and head to California for a shot at normalcy. Harry, the guy who served in the army and started the Invictus Games to help wounded vets. And Meghan, the actress turned activist who's all about women's rights and mental health. Sounds pretty harmless, right? Wrong, according to the tabloid vultures. From day one, the media painted Meghan as some scheming diva, a gold digger who trapped Harry and tore the family apart. Headlines screamed about her demands, her feuds with Kate, her supposed bullying of staff, bullshit stories that conveniently ignored the racist undertones dripping from every article. Remember the avocado toast fiasco? The press slammed her for eating avocados linked to human rights abuses while ignoring the royals' own shady dealings. Or how they twisted her every move into a snub against the Queen. It's like they had a script handed to them, make her the villain to distract from the real rot inside the palace. And Harry, the poor bastard gets dragged through the mud for defending his wife and kids. His memoir Spare was dissected like a crime scene, with every word twisted to show him as a whiny traitor. The media frenzy reached fever pitch, with pundits calling him ungrateful, disloyal, even mentally unstable. Why? Because he exposed the family's dirty laundry, the racism, the leaks to the press, the cold shoulders. Now flip the script to Prince Andrew, the walking embarrassment the royals can't seem to ditch fast enough. Yet they do everything to shield him. This guy's scandals aren't some minor slip-up. They're a full-blown nightmare involving sex offenders, underage girls, and a web of lies that would make a mob boss blush. Let's unbury this mess, shall we? It all ties back to his bromance with Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted pedophile who ran a sex trafficking ring for the elite. Andrew didn't just know Epstein. He partied with him, stayed at his mansions, even after Epstein's 2008 conviction for soliciting prostitution from a minor. Photos show Andrew grinning like an idiot next to Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, his partner in crime who's now rotting in prison for child sex trafficking. But wait, it gets worse. Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's victims, accused Andrew of sexually assaulting her 3 times when she was 17, trafficked right to him. She described it in graphic detail, the sweaty Duke groping her, forcing himself on her in Epstein's homes in New York, London and the Virgin Islands. Andrew denied it all, of course, with that infamous BBC interview where he claimed he couldn't sweat due to some war trauma and bizarrely mentioned a Pizza Express visit as an alibi. What a load of horse shit. Did the media hound him like they do Meghan over a damn outfit? Hell no. Instead, the royals circled the wagons. Queen Elizabeth stripped him of his military titles and patronages in 2022, but that was just window dressing after Giuffre sued him. He settled out of court for a reported £12 million, paid partly by Mommy Dearest from public funds no less, without admitting guilt. And now, in 2025, with the Epstein probe wrapped up and no mythical client list emerging, Andrew's free to jet around like nothing happened. A new book by historian Andrew Lowney rips the lid off even more. Allegations of an affair with Maxwell, dodgy financial deals, and even a physical fight with Harry over slurs against Meghan. Lowney paints Andrew as a corrupt fool, entangled in Epstein's web far deeper than admitted, with the family covering his arse at every turn. Yet where's the daily outrage, the front page smears? Buried, that's where, thanks to royal influence greasing the media wheels. Compare this to Harry and Meghan, and the hypocrisy slaps you in the face. The media's portrayal of them is relentless, a coordinated hit job that amplifies every rumour while downplaying Andrew's depravity. Polls show Andrew as one of the most unpopular royals, trailing behind even Harry and Meghan. But the tabloids treat him like a naughty uncle who just needs a time out. Meghan gets crucified for her race, her background, her audacity to speak up, while Andrew's links to child exploitation get soft-pedaled as poor judgment. It's no coincidence. Insiders whisper that the palace leaks dirt on Harry and Meghan to divert from Andrew's mess. Harry himself reportedly confronted Andrew over nasty remarks about Meghan, leading to a blow-up the family tried to hush. But while Harry's painted as violent or unstable, Andrew skates by. Is this fair? Hell no. It's a grotesque perversion of justice. The royal family backs a whole pedophile, their little pedophilia man, hiding him in plain sight with titles, money and media blackouts, while they crucify Harry and Meghan for daring to live without chains. These two haven't hurt a soul. They're just building a life away from the toxicity. But the monarchy, that outdated relic, can't handle it. They protect predators like Andrew because he's blood, part of the firm, while outsiders like Meghan get thrown to the wolves. It's racism, classism and pure power play wrapped in crowns and tiaras. The media, complicit as ever, amplifies the bias, endless hate for the troublemakers, kid gloves for the real criminal. This double standard exposes the rot at the core. The innocent, Harry and Meghan, become guilty in the court of public opinion. Their every step a scandal. The guilty, Andrew, gets innocence manufactured through silence and settlements. Under royal influence, the media twists truth into whatever serves the throne. But let's call it what it is, a sham. Time to stop swallowing the lies and demand accountability. Why shield a man accused of sleeping with children while demonizing a couple for wanting privacy? It's not fair. It's criminal. The royals aren't above the law or morality. They're just better at hiding their monsters. Until we unbury them all, the puppet show continues, and justice remains a joke.